Hello and welcome everyone, Lahart here with part 112.5 of the Prussia Let's Play for Napoleon Total War with Darthmod. So, as you guys probably guessed, this is an update video for you, and fear not, the series isn't dead. The campaign definitely can continue. I just want to let you guys know why part 113 hasn't come out yet. I'm planning for it to be out this coming Thursday, the 18th of October, but the reason why there wasn't an upload out over the weekend and why there isn't one out properly today, it's just an update video, is because I've been having a lot of issues trying to move in on this Austrian clump, which was my plan for part 113. Basically, whenever I try and move my armies up, I can get them to about here, but moving them any closer to then initiate a battle ends up with a soft lock of the game, which ends after about 10 to 15 minutes. The whole game freezes, but I've sort of gone away, I've left it, and yeah, after 10-15 minutes it does actually restore function and I'm able to move again. But then when I get even closer to them, just on the point where I'm about to initiate a battle so then I can auto-resolve the Austrian clump away, the game actually ends up with a hard lock, meaning that I've left it for, I think I left it for 2 hours on Sunday afternoon to see if I could get it to respond. It didn't. I had to Alt F4. I've tried it since then as well, tried recording this yesterday on Monday, and still the same, ended up with a hard freeze, hard lockup of the game. I had to Alt F4 to close it down. So moving in on the clump itself doesn't seem to work. I had slightly better progress earlier today trying to move in on Zagreb itself and take that. I was able to move in and take the city, but then literally straight away after I'd claimed it, the game hard locked again. So I think it's something we've been seeing for a while now. I mean, if I click on one of these armies, you can see the game start sort of going into a soft lock, but this normally ends within about 30 seconds or so. The closer I was moving to that clump, it was taking sometimes up towards 3 or 4, maybe even 5 minutes to actually then click through onto this screen so I can see the army. And I think it's just because we've got so many armies in and around. I think definitely the next time I do an Empire or a Napoleon Darthmod series, if I am going to use Darthmod, I'll definitely reach out to Bran and see if there's something he can do in his submod settings to limit the number of armies that the AI produces. Because while I don't mind them having, you know, double what would be in the vanilla game, this is, you know, what, maybe 5-10 times what would normally be in the vanilla game for what the AI is pumping out. And I think, you know, the game is probably a memory issue, I would imagine. And seeing as it's not just one faction pumping out these number of armies, you know, France has got loads scattered all around as well. They're not quite as clumped up as Austria. I mean, their biggest clumps are here, but they're sort of separated, which does help. But yeah, Austria having all of this round here, plus me having to counter their clump with my own clump, really does seem to give the game a real big headache, and I can't seem to progress kind of forward. So I feel like I've got two options going forward. I can either try and go through Zagreb again and move on Croatia this turn right now, or what I can try and do is grab my forces, move them up probably in line with this bridge, and then do a couple of end turns perhaps to see if the clump starts breaking up a little bit more, or allows me to over time slowly, you know, just take smaller bites out of the clump rather than going for the jugular. I have tried doing that in this scenario right here, but in their current formation, no matter how I've tried to approach it, it doesn't seem to work. I should say it's also taken about 40 minutes for me to actually get my forces in place. As I said, all those soft lockups and what have you every time I move a force forward, and just because I'm having to inch them forward when I get closer to the clump so that they don't suddenly attack a single army on its own, so that all the reinforcements come in together, it's taken even longer. So yeah, multiple attempts. I've probably sunk about 5 or 6 hours into this so far, just trying to inch forward in and around the Croatia territory on these guys. So yeah, I think I can give it one more shot to see if I get any progress on Zagreb and Croatia, but I think I'm probably going to have to just knock these two armies out the way, and then move up to a battle line around about here, and then just go through a couple of end turns and see if we can just draw Austria towards me. If they don't make any progress there, what I'll have to do is you know, concerning my tactics over here, what I'm probably going to do is just pull back slightly and defend, because many of you said if you can keep Austria contained with all the armies that they're sending through the mountains right now, they're going to pop out with loads of winter attrition. They're really going to get bit in the arse, which means we should be able to push through into Innsbruck and then down, hopefully knock out Venice and Milan relatively easily. But obviously then we've got to think about France moving on us. But if we can knock out those territories, maybe, just maybe, it will cripple these guys, or at least give us a chance, if we can take out their other settlements first, that we can just make a straight-up beeline for Croatia itself, and then we won't have to deal with the clump, because once they lose their last territory, they'll all just be wiped out. So, yeah, kind of got a couple of options. I think I will, as I said, give it another go in the next day or so to push for Croatia, and see if I can make any progress there. But I think I'm probably going to have to go for a battle line along here, and then end turn a couple of times while we deal with Austria through the mountain pass of the Alps, and in and around Innsbruck. But yeah, I'm going to pull these guys back just like a little bit. We'll just see here. They only need to go about there. We can still form like a semicircle, so if they do push through, we'll still all be within reinforcement range of each other, and we can deal with them there. But yeah, I'm gonna have another play with this scenario as it currently stands, see if I can get a workable method, because obviously if I can take out this clump now, it does make things a lot easier. We can just swoop on through towards Venice, and it means that, because I am worried about France instantly jumping on us when we do take Milan, it means that if we push forward with all of these main armies now, we'll end up with all of them over at Milan by the time we actually take it, so we'll have a good defensive clump of our own to deal with France. So, yeah, gonna have another tinker, but I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update to let you know the series is still happening, it's still going. I'm just struggling to get the game to survive and behave at the moment, so that we can continue pressing forward with our current battle plan. So yes, the plan is that part 113 will be out this Thursday, the 18th of October, and as I said, either it will be a push for Zagreb avoiding the clump, or it will be me moving these armies up in line with the bridge, or clumping in and around that area to see if we can either draw them to us, because I think the AI going through the end turn phase, if they were to attack us with their clump, if I was clumped up, they would be able to move without any soft locks or hard lock-ups. But, yeah. Anyway, I can't exactly say I hope you've enjoyed this video, but I hope it's given you guys, you know, just a heads up of what's happening, and I hope you guys are looking forward to part 113 out on Thursday the 18th. Till the next one, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, all that jazz. Check out my affiliates and sponsors, Games Planet, Overclockers UK, QT, and MSI. Until the next one, ciao for now.